Reggae sauce seems to have inspired lots of entrepreneurs to pitch food ideas to the Dragons. Hoping to win an investment with theirs are Timo Schmidt and James Carter, who have a plan to deliver organic ingredients and recipes to the door.
Hello, this is James and I'm Timo. We're here today to ask you for £100,000 in return for 7% of equity. Do you find it difficult to cook healthy and delicious meals during the week? Writing a shopping list, going to the store and carrying home heavy bags can be pretty time-consuming. Every week we design 10 new recipes for you to choose from to cook according to your preferences. Everything is then delivered straight to your door in the exact portion sizes. So there's absolutely no food waste.
This concept originated in Sweden 5 years ago, since when it has grown rapidly, with currently 1% of the Swedish population using this concept. If you translate that across to the UK, 1% of the UK population is equivalent to a £750 million market opportunity. We are currently delivering 1,500 meals a month, and our customers on average spend £50 per order. To reach break-even, we need to deliver 12,000 meals a month, which we expect to achieve within 1 year. Thanks very much. We'd now like to invite one of you to prepare our smoked trout salad meal. Of course, if none of you would like to do it, me and Timo will prepare it while we take your questions.
I absolutely don't want to do it. I haven't cooked in 28 years.
I'll do it.
Sure, great, fantastic.
An accomplished pitch from the boys behind Gousto. They're looking for £100,000 for a 7% stake in their gourmet meals home delivery service.
Do I get an apron?
I can give you mine.
Yes, I think you should.
Sure.
How can I be in the kitchen without my apron on?
As Duncan Bannatyne gets to grips with the ingredients,
You hungry, Peter?
Deborah Meaden wants to get a taste of their business model.
Where are you sourcing product from?
So we've got a fishmonger in Scotland, we've got a farmer in Devon supplying the meat. The veg comes from Somerset, Kent, mainly from the UK. Not entirely, but mainly. It's all organic.
All these ingredients would come in separate bottles, marked.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it's labelled, you know exactly what it is.
So talk me through that timescale. How quickly do I see that box on my doorstep?
So at the moment, on a Wednesday, you choose the recipes you like to eat. Then on Thursday, we place orders and then we deliver to you next week.
Right, so this is a planned activity.
Yeah.
So what happens when somebody tries to deliver and there's nobody there? Has that happened to you yet?
Our delivery success rate is 99% at the moment, so on average 1% of unsuccessful deliveries. But that's an acceptable margin to us.
That is not just an acceptable margin, that's an excellent margin.
Is that it?
Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely, it looks wonderful.
Can I taste it, Peter? There you go, go and sit down and eat it. Duncan, that's really good. Thank you.
Well done, Mr. Bannatyne.
So far, so good. The food's going down well with the Dragons, and the entrepreneurs are keeping their cool. But Duncan Bannatyne wants to know if their balance sheet is as convincing as they are.
What are your overheads? You're in a kitchen or a warehouse? Or...
The main fixed costs are the rent for the warehouse and our office. So for the warehouse, it's approximately £3,600 a month, and then we also spend about close to £2,000 on the head office as well.
How are you funding that?
So to date, me and Timo each invested £75,000 each individually, and we've also raised £130,000 from friends and family.
Is it all gone?
Nope. We have about £90,000 left over at the moment.
You're losing money at the moment?
Yes, we are. Yeah.
How much are you losing?
At the moment, £25,000 a month.
James, Timo, I'm Kelly. I worry about the fact that it's not that spontaneous. I might want a pizza one night or something else. So...
You eat pizza?
If it's gluten-free. All I'm saying is every time I've had one of those boxes delivered with organic vegetables in, I've ended up wasting a lot. I don't know why.
One of the key points I'd make to that, if I can jump in, is that quite often with those vegetable boxes, the thing that's missing is that extra step where it's made really easy for you to turn that into a fantastic recipe, which I don't think you'll ever be in that situation where the box arrives and you don't know what to make.
No, and I think it's great that you're showing somebody how to cook it. The biggest issue is you're losing a huge amount of money every month, and that doesn't show me that you're a great investment.
There's obviously, to set up this business, there is a small level of fixed costs which we need to start off with, and you have to start somewhere.
£25,000 loss a month, I don't consider a small level.
Well, no, okay, that's
to establish a supply chain, to do the fulfillment, to guarantee the 99%.
Tell me about it. I've run
rate.
businesses, I understand, but £25,000 is I'm amazed you describe that as a small...
No,
you're right,
of course not.
That's
That is
major.
a lot of money to be losing a month when you've only got £90,000 in the bank. You've got three... right now, you've got 3 months ahead of you. You are not asking for anything like enough cash.
Oh. Sorry, to that point. Okay,
It sounds like I've just stumbled across something quite important there.
Absolutely. Probably should have mentioned it earlier. We have £90,000 in the bank at the moment. We are in a very advanced stages of negotiation with some other angel investors who are going to invest £250,000 in the business.
For what percentage?
So they are investing £250,000 for 23.4% of the business.
A surprising development in the Den, as Timo and James reveal that other wealthy investors are prepared to inject a serious amount of money into their business. Peter Jones wants the fine detail.
So, who are these angel investors?
We can't disclose the names on TV. However, 3 guys, they each spent 30 years in the food and warehouse and logistics industry as CEOs, chairman of listed food companies, of the largest companies in this country.
You saying you can't say who they are? If you're going to have a chance of getting me as an investor, you're going to have to disclose who these people are, because I wouldn't want to get involved in a business where I don't know the other partners.
Is that something that we'd like to ask their permission?
Listen, you're not on Who Wants to Millionaire. You can't phone a friend.
Is it on the term sheet?
Yes, it is. So that's
Usually the term sheet, Peter, you'll know.
Is it on the term sheet?
Yes.
Yep.
I'll have the term sheet then.
Are you glad the Clipper Dragon's here to help you out, Peter?
Oh, be quiet, Grandad. Guys, you've done really well.
An unexpected reaction from Peter Jones, who seems impressed by the calibre of their angel investors. But has Piers Linney smelt a rat? About the motives of the entrepreneurs for coming into the Den in the first place.
Why are you here? Really? Why are you really here? You guys, I know you guys, I know where you're coming from. You can raise 250, 350, 500, probably through those guys, or if they like you, their mates. You know, it's not a stretch. Are you here because it's the PR value of it? I'm just trying to understand, because...
No. Not 2 reasons. Number 1 is on the cash side. At the moment, it is a highly cash-intense business.
The other thing which we really value from you coming in is on the marketing side, and also just it's always good to have another strategic voice in any... well, whenever we're making any strategic decisions.
I still don't think you've got anything like enough cash. I will be staggered if you're not looking at millions, not £250,000. I won't be investing, and I'm out.
Thank you.
I think you're both great. Anything to do with organic, delivering, you know, the packaging is great. But I think that people like change. There's so many new brands and things happening, and I think it's human nature that people don't want the same thing all the time. I think you will hemorrhage money. and £100,000 from one of us and then 250 from your angels, I think you should take stock and think about where you are. It's just not something that I would invest in. Sorry, but I'm out.
Thanks very much. Yeah.
Thank you.
I really like this. But I think you've come through the door with a shopping basket with too many things that's complicating this. I'm afraid I'm also out.
Concerns over cash flow and Gousto's company structure have led to 3 dragons turning down the offer to invest. Now, Peter Jones wants to find out if the deal struck with their angel investors leaves any room for manoeuvre.
What happens if I get a really good negotiating position in the den here, and then when we walk out, the investors turn around and say, that Peter Jones, you've given away all of that, I want the same deal. What happens?
Well, I guess because it might jeopardize, we have that deal on the table. There's not much room for us to negotiate outside of that term sheet there, because we wouldn't want to jeopardise the deal which we already have.
Well, you've just made my decision then, which is really, really disappointing. Because I think you've missed a trick by making that statement. Angel investors are a group of individuals that look at businesses and put money into it in the hope, in the whim of fancy, that maybe one day they'll make some money. I'd like to think of myself as very different. I'd like to think that I'm a very serious investor that gets involved in every business. I don't sit on the sidelines. I make a real difference in the company. Then you bring the marketing and PR, and bang, it doesn't get better than a dragon. So to tell me that I'm going to be at the same level as some very wealthy angel investor that, frankly, will play no part in your business, doesn't do it for me.
Can we discuss quickly?
You can go to the back near the lift and have a chat. Yeah?
Can we discuss quickly? Could we ask if you would like to make an offer, what level would be satisfactory to you? Or would...
Well, I'd like to just get it up. You went to the back of the room to think about the dilemma that I gave you, which was that if I was to get an offer today that was a lot richer in terms of equity than the investment that you've been offered through this angel network, would the angel network walk away?
We probably can't agree to a deal that is a lot richer.
Guys, I think that what you've created is potentially great, and I think that you've been very open about your angel investment network, and I think it would shut the door to future funding. So I'm going to say reluctantly, I'm out.
Thank you.
Thanks.
A perturbed Peter Jones walks away from the deal. It leaves Duncan Bannatyne as the last dragon standing.
I really love this. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I'm going to become a customer.
That's good.
I'm going to buy your products.
Brilliant.
And when I go in the summer with my lad to my cabin in Lake Windermere, I'm going to have your boxes delivered and we're going to sit and cook together. And it's going to be fantastic. I love it. It's fantastic. Unfortunately, I don't think you'll ever make any money. I can't see it ever coming out of profit. So for that reason, I've got to say, I'm sorry, but I'm out.
Okay, thanks.
Despite the Dragons' enthusiasm for Gousto, a combination of their monthly losses and a rigid arrangement with other investors means that Timo and James walk away with nothing.